I'm back. Excuse me. I'm back again. With a cough, apparently, at the exact moment I turned on the phone. Okay, I'm gonna start up here. This is the second spike that this had. It's like its twin spike that was growing in front of it died a little bit ago. And now this one is dying back. And that's actually a little bit sadder than normal, because this is the spike that I thought was hiding a potential kiki on the back, and it's so small that even with my phone it's not really filming. There it is. I'm trying to keep it in front of the blinds handle. That's what I thought might be, you know, an extension. Well, not an extension, but a branch or a keiki. But it looks like it's going to die with the spike. And I thought, okay, spikes die. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to think that they have about a 2-year lifespan. And once they stop doing things, they will just stay green for about a year or so and then die pretty rapidly. Seems to be what's happening. They will bloom and they will do a round 2 or, you know, whatever they're going to do. But when they're done, they just sit there green for an age and then go, okay, I'm going to die now. Seems to be what's happening. But this one is dying back at an interesting time. It's not normal for me to lose buds. It's normal for me to lose flowers prematurely if it gets too cold. But that's the flower. The bud matures, opens, and then in just a few days, this plant and my other white one, if it's too cold, they drop the flowers. Now, if you've been following along, you know how old these flowers are. But the interesting thing is for the first time in a while, that bud has decided to blast. So it only had one. That was supposed to be round 2, but it's not going to happen apparently because the blood, it's not blood, it's a bud. The bud blasted. So, okay. That's interesting. That hasn't happened for a while. Come over here to this one, which, you know, dropped its second set of leaves, and it's said I'll open up just a couple for round 3. Well, that bud looks okay, doesn't it? They're the same age. There we go. There's some good light on it. It looks fine. The other one blasted. Okay, still. Buds blast occasionally. Who hasn't done a bud blast video? But if resident plants are blasting buds, wouldn't it make sense that a new plant would have a problem and blast its buds because the stress of the move, going from the nursery to the store and then the nursery to my environment? Seems to me that should be enough stress to get a bud to blast, especially if the environment has already killed a bud. These buds show no sign of blasting. If anything, the plant looks like it's picking up, maybe just a little bit. This one has gotten, is it the one that got water? I think it got some water. But then it's also got, it's not really gonna pick it up, I don't think, but there's a big old air hole right there. When it's done blooming, I'm gonna have to transplant it because it's got a massive air hole right there that I don't like. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything, especially waiting for these spikes to die. There's two of them. That one's got buds of its own. They don't look like they're upset about anything. I don't think that's what Roger says. And, yeah. I haven't seen his. I suppose if it blooms again, we'll see it if he's still got it. But I haven't seen his blooming. Not lately, maybe. Maybe it's in between seasons, I don't know. But this one's got all kinds of blooms. There's blooms back there that want to face the other way. I like it. There was a pink purple one. I think he talked about wanting a different color. And I fell in love with the one he had. I like the purple wing. Well, I say wings because I see an angel, but apparently YouTube sees Donald Ducks, so I guess that'd be eyes. And last but not least, or maybe it is least, here's some more buds. They're doing fine. I do have an idea of why that one might have blasted that I'll get to in a second. I have an idea of what may have happened. Am I right? Am I wrong? Who knows? But this is the purple one that we've all been waiting to open. It's a little early for the light trick. I don't think. When it's fully open, I'll shine the light on it and see if we can get some sparkles. But it's still blinking its eyes, you might say, and waking up. But it's about half open. Okay, so that's the first one. There's quite a few more. Turn it this way and you can see them. Looks like there's going to be 5 on the other spike and 6 on this one. Yeah. My purple blooms. A double for the first time ever. Well, a double spike. Technically there's 2 plants in there. And just because I'm filming, looks like that leaf that's, you know, upside down, back to front, whatever, looks like it might finally die, which means a third leaf will come out the middle of the 2 remaining. And this one is a different plant. See, if I do something there, yep, that's the plant with the spike coming out. Don't think it's gonna lose a leaf. I think that, or I hope, maybe I should say, at this point I'm hoping a new leaf will start growing before that one dies. That's what I'm hoping for. So anyway, getting back to that blasted bud. What will a plant do if it needs energy for, say, a bloom spike? It's believed that the bloom spikes are quite a drain on the the plant, and it takes a lot of energy to produce a spike of blooms. I have no doubt. That's, chances of that being true are quite high, I'm sure. Well, if I look between here, and I don't know if it's going to show up on film or not, but if I look down in there, yeah, this is a pretty good phone, a leaf. Wouldn't it stand to reason that a leaf would pull at least similar resources from the plant to grow? I mean, it's producing growth. So maybe it's absorbing that spike and went ahead and let go of that one bloom to pull a little bit of energy back for the new leaf. Seems as good of a reason as any to me. It's my thought, because none of the others, you know, this one's got a whole lot of buds on it, and they all appear to be doing fairly well. I do not see this camera or phone camera or whatever. Anyway, it really loves this plant because I do not think the leaf looks as good in person as it does, but there's no leaf coming out yet. By the time it's done blooming, will it decide to form a leaf? Probably, that I would think. I don't want to knock the flower off of this to turn it around because the plant's looking at the curtains. But I doubt there's a leaf on that one. I did look at this one, you know, really kind of got in there and looked, and I didn't see a leaf starting there yet either. It'd be out of the norm. It normally grows leaves when it's not doing flowers. Because this plant kind of does one thing at a time. It might grow roots and leaves at the same time, but if it's growing flowers, that seems to be all it does, is grow flowers. Okay, I have just gone over my 15-minute mark. So, let's see if I can actually upload it this time. I'll talk to you next time.